This is a review of the ASUS Chromebook C300. Now, the ASUS Chromebook, this is a Chromebook that I've had for a while, so you can call this even a long-term review. And from my unboxing of this Chromebook, I was immediately greeted by the build. And this is a kind of what you call a brushed aluminum finish. Even though it's plastic, that's why in my unboxing video I called it plastic with a purpose. This Chromebook has the Intel Bay Trail processor, 2830 I believe, and it works. Now, Bay Trail basically is battery performance. It has a lot of battery performance and it does last. So, and it's not as quick as a Celeron, but it's right there. It's right there. So I would say it's above ARM, in between Celeron and ARM. So it's right there in between. So it's not a bad processor, but I would definitely recommend get the 4 GB RAM version. So let's look at this build. This build, brushed aluminum finish. It looks good. It's a clean look. ASUS logo right there in the middle. Nothing to be ashamed about. And the Chrome logo right there and strong. So nothing to be embarrassed about if you're in a coffee shop, you're at school, or whatever it is, and you whip out an ASUS. You're good, because that's a well-known brand. It's a good build laptop. You got your USB port, another USB port, HDMI, a card slot, your headphone jack. You got everything you need right here. As a matter of fact, that's a charging jack. This is the headphone jack. So you got everything you need right there. It's not the thinnest device, and it's also not the heaviest device. It really feels good. As you open it up, the same brushed aluminum finish continues inside this computer as well. And so what I like about it is it's really a nice, clean build. You see here it says Intel. You get, of course, 100 GB of Google Drive. It says high quality audio, which the audio is good. Light, thin. Well, it's not the thinnest, but it's not bad. All day battery life, I give it about 9 hours, maybe 10. Maybe you can squeeze out 10, but you could definitely get 8 hours if you're using it pretty hard. The webcam is not all that great. It's not HD. I would say 480p, not too bad. And the keyboard really feels good. I haven't had any issues with the keyboard. So the keyboard is comfortable. The way the material feels is comfortable. And the trackpad is nice. The trackpad don't have that rough feel to it. It's pretty much a smooth glass type trackpad. And I just like the way this overall computer looks. It's not a huge trackpad. They probably could have made it a little bigger, but it's okay. It's okay. Now, the screen, like I said, 720p screen, not too bad. It does the job. A matter of fact, I actually put it against some other newer computers, 720p screens, and this screen was better than most of them. So that tells you that. Your viewing angles, you guys can see, the viewing angles can have its issues depending on what angle you're looking at it at. But dead on, it's not bad. Now the side viewing angles, you guys getting a look, you get a distortion again with the side. So the viewing angles are not that great, but it's not that bad either. If you're using it for yourself, you know, if you're using it for yourself, you should be all right. So that's my 1080p video there. What I'm gonna say, the viewing angles all right. The viewing angles all right, but dead on, it's on point. It's on point. So I wouldn't recommend doing presentations with this video, but it's not bad. It's not bad at all. It's a good looking computer. It's light, it's strong, My daughter loves it. This is hers. This is her favorite. You know, out of all the Chromebooks I get, she still prefer this over all the others. Because I asked her, you want a new Chromebook? And she wants to stay with her ASUS. So there you have it. So if it works, it works. You know, if something's working for you, you're gonna work with it. That's the bottom line. So we can cover all areas. Alright, so we have it full blast, full volume, and we're listening to some background music. Now this I can play out to a certain extent because this is non-copyright. So I always like the sound. The sound of this particular computer, I never had a problem with the sound. It doesn't get muffled because of the placement of the speakers. The placement of the speakers is right here to the side. This little slit is the speaker grills. So I never had a problem with the sound. Never had a problem with the sound. It sounds good. For a laptop with speakers at the bottom, you could do worse. You could definitely do worse. It's not the best, but you can definitely do worse. I don't really have a problem with the sound. I think it sounds good. But this is one computer that you can find for less than $200 with 2 gigs of RAM. 3 gigs of RAM, a different story, around $250, $270 at the most. I wouldn't spend more than $270 for the 4 gigs. But around $250, you can get this computer with 4 gigs of RAM, and I recommend it all day long. It's my daughter's favorite Chromebook. So just to sum this up, this is definitely a buy, definitely a go-get. I would definitely recommend this Chromebook to anybody that's looking to spend around $200 to $200. I would definitely recommend that. So it's on point. In my reviews, I don't talk too much about Chrome OS because Chrome OS just works. Chrome OS is the most comfortable computer operating system that I've ever used. My daughter loves it. Everyone that I introduce to it and gives it a chance loves it. It just absolutely works. So if you're in the market and you're tired of Windows, you don't want to spend all that money on Mac, but you definitely want something within your budget for your kids, for your family, you definitely want a good product that's not going to bother you, that's not going to make you pull out your hair, then you definitely might want to go with Chrome OS. It is definitely worth the buy. If you want to figure out how Chrome OS is, just open up the Chrome browser on your computer, and that right there gives you the idea.